we're going to put in this text, and then we're going to format it. So if you're in Photopea, you can just click on the type tool, horizontal type tool right here, click there. Hope it only has that, so the type tool. And the Deja Vu Sans, the nice sans serif is fine. Here you can make the text maybe probably about 75-ish, 80. Okay, and now we'll start adding the text. I'm going to add it, I'm going to start here so we have space up there to work in. So I'm going to type tool, add 80 book, okay. I'm just going to click once and type the word contrast. All right. And hit there. And so we're just going to go through this and add this text. This is in our book. This is chapter 5 of the book that's attached. If you don't get it right now, you'll be able to do it asynchronously. So now in Photoshop Helvetica, I don't want the condensed black yet. Okay, I'll do a light, about 30 points. That's good. So I'll click there, right contrast. Okay, then you click on the little checkbox because you use the horizontal type tool to put each of the following lines of text on their own layer. On their own layer. Okay, so click there. And next one, principle of design. All right, move that up a little bit there. Command V. Contrast is an effect created by placing very different things next to each other. Okay, so click once. Also, make this a little smaller so it all fits on there. So it is, I just selected it and then went over the double T's there and dragged over until it fit. Okay, Photopea. Okay, I'm just going to click once, Command V. And so I can also resize text. You just click on the layer here, and in the character panel, you can drag here in Photopea as well. So you just go over to the size and you just drag it down until it fits. So in Photopea, it's a 75-point font that fits. This is in the book, so you don't have to watch what I'm doing. You can just go ahead and look in the book and get that typed in there. I'm going to grab that, hit Command C to copy it, and go over here to Photopea. Oh, I have to hit the check mark up there for that. Click once, Command V. Different. Okay, for example, see all these are on their own layers. That's important. You know, important. Grab that, copy, go over to Photopea. This is so much nicer without those ads on there. Much nicer. Okay, you know, smudge. All right. I went and you can have an account without paying, but it still has the ads. But for like $9, you get 1 month, and for $10, you get 3 months of no ads, and it's so nice. So I figure it was worth it. Okay, so the next text, for example, dark colors next to light colors. There we go. Large text next to small text. Okay, now large text is all caps. Okay, and next to small text is all lowercase. Now, this even shows that it is an example of what that line reads, because large text is the same font size as a small text, but because it's all caps, it looks much larger. But it's the same size. Crazy, I know. Life is so wild and woolly. You know, it's woolly. Woolly actually is good right now because it's winter and wool is warm. Okay, now let's make sure we save this. So click on Photopea and just gonna hit Command S or Control S. See, that's the name of it. Cool. To save the file, and it puts it in the downloads folder, like it always does. Photoshop, Command or Control S. It's the same thing. It's going to give me some options. So I'm going to save it into my documents and my DMA14 media files. See, the name is already there because we named it, because we're like smart that way. All right. I'm going to save that little monster. Okay. All right, so now we're going to format the text. So I can get the Move tool. Go ahead and go up here and choose the Move tool. Then I'm going to click on Drag. Oh, okay, so make sure Auto Select and Transform controls are turned on so you'll be able to see the adjustment boxes. So now I click on there, now I can see it. So we want this to be a fat font. It's your title. We want a lot of contrast. That's because it's the example here. We're gonna like these are the words, right? That's the definition, but it doesn't show contrast, right? We want to show it. This, like we talked about before, there's a visual definition. So over here, I'm using Deja Vu, whatever you're using. Click on here. Condensed. Let's see. We want a big, fatty, condensed bold. Okay, or condensed, or just regular bold. Maybe let's do a condensed bold. Okay. Over in Photoshop, if you're using Helvetica, I'm using Helvetica Neue. Okay, and it has a black font choice. And there's bold is bold, but black, whenever a font, see here, it has condensed black. Whenever there's a black version, it's bigger than bold. See, this is a condensed bold. And then the condensed black is thicker. You see, so whenever you see that name of a font and black next to it, it's going to be the thickest. Okay, and that's what we want for this. Now, I'm going to move it up here and just click and drag down so it fits the whole width of our document. Lines up right with this 1/4 inch mark there. And then this one, that's C. Now we can drag it up so the letters touch our top thing. Looks like the C is the tallest of all of them. So that's going to be the one that's touching there. So this is lined up here. This is important. In graphic design, all these little things are important. Because when you're doing this for a magazine or something like that, or even a web page or whatever, if your stuff is just not lined up correctly, it's going to look a mess and they're not going to be able to use it, and that's going to affect you. And so all these things we're learning are really important. Resize that, and hit the check mark there. All right. This one here, I'm going to drag it up. Now in Photopea, start resizing. Now if you don't hold Shift in Photopea, it's going to skew it. So as soon as you hold Shift, then it constrains the proportions. So just drag down. I'm going to need to see, see the edge. So now I'm going to bring that up there. This is a condensed. It doesn't look very condensed. Okay. So now again, holding Shift, I'm going to resize it so it makes it all the way to the other side. And click on the checkbox there. Okay. All right, let's place the words principle of design, and then we'll be done for today. Okay, I'm going to go to the next page here. See, principles of design is inside the C here. Okay, we all know how to do that. So if we put black on black, it's not going to look very good. Well, you won't be able to read it. I mean, it looks fine. But, okay, so I have that selected. I'm just going to click on the font color right here. And somewhere about the middle. Yeah, maybe a little bit up. To make it that color gray. That's a good one. I have, on mine, the RGB is 161, 161, 161. Okay, so 163 times there if you want that. Hit that. Now over in Photoshop, same kind of thing. Well, I'll just put it over it. Choose a font right about in the middle. Maybe a little lighter. Yeah, something like that looks good. Okay, which way do I have it facing on this one? Let's see. Okay, principle of design, look in that direction. Okay, so same thing in Photoshop. In the Move tool, you have Auto Select and Show Transform controls. So now you go over the corner, it gives you that curved arrow. Now just hold Shift and it'll snap. See, it snaps like that. And that way you can get it perfectly straight up and down, but it doesn't seem like it is. Well, it looks like it is, yeah. Okay, now bring it over here. I'll make it smaller. I'm going to hit the check mark. I'm going to make the text smaller so it'll fit right in there, because this is less important words, so they can kind of fit right in there. So I'm just kind of moving it around and going over, dragging over a little bit. Okay, that looks good. I'm gonna make it a little lighter gray now that I see it in there. I want it to be a little lighter, so that's much better. Yeah. Okay, mine's we'll go with that. Oh, that's 200. Let's see, 200, 200. So you can type things right in there. So 200 down the board looks pretty good there. That looks good. Okay, we're almost done for today. Go over to Photopea. I believe the same thing when you hold the corner of it. When you hold Shift, yeah, it does snap. That's what that's called. It snaps. So this one, let's see, another way to size it down is, okay, to make it miniature, I just held Shift and resized it from the corner. Click off of there. Okay, it's miniature. And so it is a little dark, so I'm going to go over here. Maybe let's try the same thing, 200. 200, hit Tab, 200, Tab, 200, Tab. And so, yeah, that's a good shade of gray. Okay. Okay. That looks good. Now let's make sure you save it. So Command or Control S. We'll save another version. And then like that. And then over in Photoshop, click off of there. That looks good. Command S. And it saves it.